Hey everyone, Jen from Modified Macros here, and today I'm going to talk to you about my 6-week keto boot camp. This is designed as a realistic way to either jumpstart your ketogenic journey, or if you've been kind of lax on it, to dial it in. The results and the main point of this is that you can lose a pant size in 6 weeks. So this is designed to get you really going in ketosis, to get you started in the ketogenic lifestyle in an easy, quick, proper way. So when I came up with this 6-week program, I basically took the bits and pieces from my first 6 weeks on keto that I went through with my nutritionist. It's basically broken into 3 phases. Phase 1 is weeks 1 and 2. It's a very simple, very clean keto. You are eating real foods. It's going to teach you the right foods to eat, the right portion sizes, the right amount of fats, and the right kinds of fats that you should be eating. If you are just starting keto, this is a great way for you to start, where you don't have to think about all of the information that's out there. I have the meal plans. You literally just have to follow it. I have a grocery list. I have everything you need to start. And if you're somebody who's been doing keto for a while, but you've kind of wanted to dial it in, maybe you've been having too many keto snacks, too many keto sweeteners, and you really just want to kind of up your nutritional game, this is a great way for you to kind of get back on track with that as well. So weeks 1 and 2 is a really clean eating keto. Super simplified. The idea is to kick sugar cravings, kick your carbohydrate cravings, and to get you guys going in the right track for fat adaption and ketosis. Weeks 3 and 4 is a more traditional ketogenic diet. On this one, we're going to introduce a few more things. There's some keto baked goods that we can throw in. And it's just a more traditional way of eating keto. This is to give your body time to adapt. You're becoming fat adapted if you're just starting, or if you're already fat adapted, this is allowing your body to kind of reuse that learned method again. It's to give you guys time and to ease into the ketogenic lifestyle. Weeks 5 and 6 is cyclical keto. I'm going to introduce you guys to carb cycling. If you've never done it, I highly, highly recommend you try it at least once. It's usually a huge game changer for a lot of people, and it also leads to a more realistic, sustainable keto lifestyle. On weeks 5 and 6, I'm going to show you guys how to go on a high carb day. We go up to 50 net carbs. We're still eating ketogenic foods. We're just doing it a little bit differently. Again, you'll pick one day. Mine is always on Saturday. And then the next day, you go right back down to your normal ketogenic carb limits. So that is the basics of the 6-week program. Everyone who is doing this with me is getting insane results, you guys. The idea was, give me 6 weeks and I will show you a realistic way to get your body adapted properly, show you the proper way to use the ketogenic diet, and you will be a pant size less. We have a really fun group in Facebook, and I know we're on YouTube, but in the Facebook group, I have all the recipes, I have all of the support. So even if you don't have Facebook, I would just try to pop in there and pull those recipes out. But I'm gonna show you guys some of the food and some of the ideas behind it and the results, you guys, because that is the craziest part. The people getting these results every time we've done this boot camp is amazing. It's why I love doing this, and I want to show you guys how easy it is to do this. I have all the meal plans for you. You just have to follow them. So let me show you guys real quick what this 6-week boot camp looks like. So to start the boot camp, I decided that we weren't going to follow the scale because, as you know, the scale on keto is never our friend. So everyone was to pick an item of clothing that they wanted to fit into by the end of the 6-week boot camp. And the results were just amazing. Everybody was fitting in to the piece of clothing that they chose. Again, week 1 and 2 start out with super simple, super clean keto eating. This is food in its simplest form, and this is getting the keto basics down. So again, if you are an avid person on keto, this will just help you dial in. And if you're just starting, this is a great way to learn the correct amounts of fats to eat, protein, and carbohydrates. And again, everything is laid out for you in meal plans, and you can still have coffee. The other thing that I add into my program is keto cream and exogenous ketones. And before all the haters come at me about how your body does not need exogenous ketones to properly do keto. You also don't need coffee to wake up in the morning, but it's 2019 and we have the technology, so I use them. I love the Quest pizzas. So on week 3 and 4, we do a more traditional keto where you can have these things. Alcohol is also back in the game in moderation and making sure that it meets keto standards. But we're still keeping our foods relatively clean even in the second phase of this. You can add in a few things that you couldn't have before, like, Quest bar here or there. But for the most part, we're keeping this as dialed in as we can so that our body is kicking those old bad habits and learning new habits. On weeks 5 and 6, we start to carb cycle. You guys are allowed one day where we bump up the carbs to 50 net carbs. So during the rest of the week, we're keeping it really normal keto, but then you can add some things in on that high carb day. Again, everything is still grain free. Everything is still keto friendly. You can just have a little bit more carbs. All your other macros stay exactly the same on that day. And then the next day after you're done, you go right back to your normal ketogenic meal. I usually add things like extra fruits or vegetables that are just fringe foods. And then at the end of the 6 weeks, we will have the opportunity to do the reboot. Everybody loves this because it's 60 hours. You're not hungry. And of course, the results speak for themselves. So if you guys want to jump into my Facebook group, I would love to have you there for our next program.